They call it the Freshman 15. Michaela Whitworth, our fitness columnist, is here. Is it real?
It's real, but in terms of how much weight, it does vary person to person. But between 3 and 10 pounds is the average within your first 2 years, but the majority of it occurring in the first semester of their freshman year.
Really?
Yes.
What the heck's going on?
There's a few things. I mean, it's the first time they're on their own. Many of them never cooked or done grocery shopping before. They're studying all day. They're partying all night. And it's an accumulation of all of those things.
Okay, so this is mainly students who are in residence, I guess, as opposed to students who are going on a train or bus or car. Or...
Well, it can be both. I mean, that's why I would say it probably varies. But I would say a lot of it, yes, if they are living in residences, this could be a huge part of the problem as well.
Yeah.
So what it ends up being is increased alcohol consumption, increased fat, sugar, carbohydrates, and then decreased physical activity. So combination of those two things is going to end up at, 15-pound weight gain over a couple years, if not more, or, like I said, maybe a bit less.
Yeah. The top of that list there, how much of it is alcohol?
It's the majority, the combination between alcohol and fat, like increased fat intake. And that's probably the hugest point to make is a lot of my university student clients will come to me and, I'm eating this for breakfast. I mean, like great diets. It's actually not so bad. They're trying really hard. And then, okay, well, how much are you drinking? Well, and you find out they're going out every weekend. I read that I think it's 80% of university students do consume alcohol. But it's how much you're consuming. I mean, you can have a glass of red wine a night and it not really affect your waistline. Yeah. But when you're drinking out of those big party cups and you're playing drinking games every weekend, then that can add up quickly.
Study, stop drinking.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's tough to say just, well, don't drink. I mean, it's university, as that they were saying that study earlier about social pressure on Facebook and all of that. I mean, it's the same thing.
You're just contributing for the excuses.
No, not contributing. I think they just need to be aware of what they're actually doing to their bodies. So with one of those big red cups, let's say they're playing a round of drinking games, they'll probably fill it up to about 5 ounces. There's actually markers on the cup, 1 ounce, 5 ounce. And 5 ounces of beer is 60 calories. So you play 10 rounds of some drinking game all night, you end up consuming 600 calories. So it's not just that, though, because then you start to feel hungry afterwards, and then you want to go for after-bar food. And a poutine, let's say, could be like 800 to 1,000 calories. So very quickly, you've now, consumed maybe, say, 2,000 excess calories. Then you haven't been working out all week. And very quickly, that can add up to a pound of weight gain, because 3,500 calories is 1 pound of fat. So if you consume 200 extra in one weekend, you do that again next weekend, it's a very, very steady climb.
So what should they be doing?
So what should they be doing? Well, mind your alcohol consumption. I know they're going to do it anyways, but be careful of how much you're drinking and just be aware of what that is doing. But as well, walk everywhere, cycle everywhere. I don't know how many times I've told clients of mine, their students, why are you taking a bus for 20 minutes when you could walk for 30 minutes? So it's not saving them that much time. So you want to do that, walk, and there's intramural teams that they can join. So
I do that.
Exactly. You can socialize, have fun. You don't have to be great at sports. I mean, they even have a Quidditch team. You know what Quidditch is?
Yeah, I know. Harry Potter.
They have a Quidditch team. There's something for everyone as well. Exactly. And plus, another thing they can do is instead of fast food, because a lot of them think, well, it's cheaper than buying groceries. It's actually not cheaper. Meal McDonald's is $10. You can go to the grocery store and buy a whole chicken for $10, and that could last you for maybe half the week. So going to the grocery store, they also have prepared meals, salmon, asparagus, like healthy stuff. So they just need to actually go out and seek these things, make a lunch beforehand, carry snacks with them. Because if there's only a vending machine and you're in the library, there's nothing going to be good for them that's in there. So watching out for those things. And then a lot of them will say, I can't afford a gym membership. You don't need a gym membership. Wake up in the morning, do 15 minutes of something before you start your day. It doesn't matter if the space is this big in your dorm, 50 push-ups, 50 lunges, 50 squats. Keep doing that for 15 minutes straight every single day. I mean, they might not accumulate as much weight, even if they maybe are going out and not being so good on the weekends. So
If they are doing drinking games.
So it's just, I think they have to be mindful of these things.
Yeah.
A lot of them are very surprised when I get them to do a calorie count. They're going, oh, what do you mean there's that many calories in, ground beef or whatever it is they're applying? So they just have to be aware and conscious that right now, because it's in the first semester, this is the most crucial time for them.
Be sensible. Do your research.
Exactly.
Michaela Whitworth, thank you very much. Hopefully you've spared some first-year university students a shock when they
so.
step on the scale at the end of the year.